What's up athletes, back right with you with another video, and today I'll be helping you guys unlocking the handstand. So if you're new in calisthenics and if you're a beginner, handstand should be your #1 skill to aim for, because being able to do a handstand is gonna give you a crazy amount of upper body strength, control and balance over your whole body, and being able to do a handstand is gonna unlock many doors for many other skills like the handstand push-ups, 90-degree handstand push-ups, one-arm handstand, even the planche. So the handstand is actually easier than what most people think of it, and I'll tell you why people face problems with it and are scared from it. So if I told you right now, go and do a handstand, what's the first thought that you're gonna get? It's either, oh, I'm gonna go and fall on my face, break my neck, break my nose, or fall on my back and injure myself in general. This is where our brain plays a big role here, and it sends us these scary thoughts and unrealistic events because we as human beings, we are born cowards. There's nothing you can do about it. Since the day we were born, our whole lives, we were walking on our feet, the same movement pattern over and over and over again. So there wasn't actually a situation where you needed to go upside down and change the way you move. So when you come and try to be upside down, something out of the ordinary is introduced to your brain. Your brain is out of your comfort zone, your body is out of your comfort zone. So it tries and sends you these signals to grow the fear inside of you and make unrealistic events so you can prevent doing it. So if you really want to be an athlete, being an athlete is getting out of your comfort zone and breaking through many barriers of fears that other people won't dare to break, and taking your body to the next level of its strength. So get out of your comfort zone, surpass your limits right here, right now. Okay, now back to the handstands. So we're gonna take every essential part of it and talk about it. And with that, we have 3 parts: shoulder strength, shoulder mobility, and core strength. In this video, I'll be covering everything about shoulder strength. I'm not gonna be talking about shoulder mobility and core strength because this is gonna take hella long and the video will be too long, so I'll be talking about them in another separate video. Let's talk about shoulder strength and how you can start to develop it from the very beginning, and that is by doing pike holds. Let me show you real quick how.
You want to start in a push-up position and walk all the way back up. You want to make sure you have your shoulders on top of your wrist and making sure your hips and feet are making a straight line.
I wanna be one with you and dance the way you do.
So in this position, you're gonna put a decent amount of your upper body weight on your shoulders, which is gonna build endurance and strength to progress to other levels. And remember, you want to start with perfect form and technique so you can progress better, safely, and actually faster. And here you're actually starting to get comfortable being upside down. And once you've been holding this position for some time, that means you build the endurance and the strength required to progress to other levels. And by that, you'll be doing the elevated pike holds. Let me show you how.
You want to pick something that elevates you off the ground. You can use a couch, a chair, or a pair of books, anything that elevates you. And once you've been doing this exercise for quite a time, you want to elevate the surface even more, which will make this exercise much harder.
Of course, this exercise is much more difficult because here we're putting even more upper body weight on our shoulders, which will increase our endurance and build more strength. Now, after you've been training the elevated pike hold for some time, you're ready to go to the next level, and by that, we'll be doing 45 degrees hollow body hold. Let me show you how it's done.
You want to go near a wall and start with the push-up position on the ground. Now walk your way up and stop midway so your body is at a 45 degrees angle.
Now we're getting closer to hold our entire body weight on our shoulders. Much more pressure here is put on the shoulders, and remember, you don't want any arched lower back, so an anterior pelvic tilt is needed here. Now once you've been training this exercise for a good amount of time, you are ready to go full out, and by that we'll be doing the chest to wall hold. Let's see how it's done.
Same thing as a hollow body hold, but now you want to walk all the way up, getting as close to the wall as possible, making a straight line. Everything is stacked up from your feet to your knees, to your hips, to your shoulders, and your wrist. Everything is making a straight vertical line.
I can see them calling for my silent hand.
This is the the best and the most important exercise to improve your handstand and improve your shoulder strength and endurance. And I'll tell you why. Being in this position, your wrist, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your feet, all of them are stacked on top of each other, and your body is making a straight vertical line, and that's exactly what you want when doing a handstand without the wall. So the wall here is actually taking care of the balance for you and making sure you're not making any arch with your lower back. So all you have to do is hold this position and build crazy amount of strength and endurance in your shoulders. In my opinion, this is the best and the only exercise that you need to improve your handstand and improve the posture of your handstand to make a straight vertical line. So you're basically hitting two birds with one stone, and you want to make sure to hold this position between 30 and 45 seconds while executing proper form and technique. And once you've been training this exercise for a while, that means you build the right amount of strength and endurance in your shoulders, and you're ready to go to the next level, and that will be doing the kick-up handstand against the wall. The reason why I didn't tell you to do the kick-up handstand before the chest-to-wall exercise, which is much easier, and I'll tell you why. If you're watching this, you're probably a beginner, and if you're a beginner, you would not be capable of not arching your lower back in the kick-up position, and you would end up in a banana headstand position, just like myself when I first started, and I'll show you what I mean.
To come alive and to tear this.
See this arch with my lower back? You don't want to develop poor form from the very beginning, so why just not avoid it and start with proper technique and execute the right form? Just a reminder, if you're having a hard time kicking up, that's totally fine. It took me 4 freaking weeks till I did my first kick-up handstand. While I was teaching my friend, it took him like 3 or 4 tries to do it. So yeah, you see the difference? So if you think you're terrible and you're bad at this, this is good news for you. Okay, now what you need to know, when you're kicking up, you should kick up with your hips and not your legs. The legs will follow the hips, but the hips won't follow the legs. Just imagine it like this. You want to kick up with your hips and put them on top of your shoulders. Then the legs will follow the hips. You don't want to be kicking with your legs too hard and slam into the wall, because if you build the habit of slamming into the wall, when you go do a handstand without the wall, you're not gonna actually be able to fall into this vertical straight line position, and you're gonna fall because you're kicking too hard. So you actually want to put the same effort with or without the wall in the handstand. And be careful if your elbows are flaring out and your arms are bending and you can't keep a straight arm in a handstand position. It's only a matter of time until they bend even more and your handstand will break down. This means you need to go back to basics and build the proper endurance and strength in your shoulder. Now once you get good at kicking up and start to get more comfortable being upside down, it's actually time to work on our balance. And I'll be telling you the most important part of the handstand, the most essential part, and that is your fingertips. So basically your fingertips, yes, you heard me, your fingertips, they decide if you're gonna balance the handstand or not. They are the main source of balancing the handstand. And why that? Because when pressing on the floor with your fingertips, you want to press like you're grabbing a ball, like you're grabbing something. So when you press on the floor with your fingertips, it actually makes your feet go backwards. So in handstand, we're either going forward or backwards. And with this finger press exercise, we'll be learning how to go backwards. Let me show you how.
First you want to kick up slowly, and then when you're all the way up, you want to start pressing with your fingers as hard as you can until your legs slowly come off the wall and start falling back slowly on one leg. First you may not come down slowly, but with enough practice you'll be able to build your way up.
Sirens flicker around your head tonight. Can you see them call?
Now the second situation that we have is, what if we are falling backwards? We want to learn how to release the pressure from our fingertips, and I'll be showing you how.
Now here again you want to kick up slowly and controlled, and you want to press with your fingertips until your legs come off the wall, and as soon as you feel like your body is stacked from feet to shoulders, you want to release the pressure from your fingers and let your body fall back forward.
Flicker, and the sirens flicker.
Everything must have clicked in your mind, and you have realized that in order to hold a handstand, it's actually a constant battle of pressing with your fingertips and finding the right balance to hold the position. Now take these two exercises and get really good at them, get really good and comfortable with pressing and releasing with your fingertips and finding the right balance to hold the handstand without even touching the wall. The wall is just there to assist you if you fall forward. And with enough practice and hard work, you'll be able to do handstand without even touching the wall, and you even forget that there's a wall. Now once you have really mastered the exercises before and got really good at pressing and releasing with your fingertips and kicking up slowly, leading with your hips, congratulations, you have made it to the last progression and we'll be doing an actual handstand without a wall. Nothing is new here right now, and you want to combine everything that you have learned and put them all together in order to do the handstand. The only problem that we are facing right now is that we have no wall assisting us if we're falling forward. And with that, we'll be learning how to come down from the handstand. It's actually easier than what most people think. Let me show you how it's done real quick.
When you want to dismount from falling from a handstand, choose your right or left side, whatever you're most comfortable with, and while you're falling you want to turn your hips to the side you're most comfortable with and lower the same leg on the same side so you can land on it.
Now this may not work from the first or the second time, so I recommend putting some pillows in case you fell forward so you don't injure your back, but I don't think you need any more than 3 or 4 tries to get it. There you have it guys, that's the whole part covered up on shoulder strength and how to execute the handstand. Keep one thing in mind, that to reach the full handstand is gonna take a while, it's gonna take some time, so be patient and enjoy the progress. The more work you put to it, the faster it will come. It took me, I'd say, 8 months to reach the full handstand, but that because I was so inconsistent with my training and I would only train handstand 1 time per week or sometimes even 2 times per week. So there you have it guys, I hope I helped you in reaching your handstand goals. Enjoy making crazy gains and crazy upper body strength. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, and until next time, peace!